Let's get right into these Browns and the Colts game, man. I got a lot to say about the Browns, but I want to hear your take on it before I go in, because I'm going in. I'm feeling some type of way. Stefanski, you on the clock. I'm just letting you know that. If you ever see this, go ahead.
Another win. That's all I got to say. I feel like we got bailed out with that call at the end because that was uncatchable, but we also got cheated versus the Steelers when it was a pass interference on Donovan Peoples-Jones. Well, I mean, they didn't call it, but now they called it on this one. So, I mean, we 4-2 without Deshaun Watson. If anything, I want to ask you how you feel about Deshaun Watson in that situation.
So I feel like about that situation, I feel like Kevin Stefanski, when he told the media that Deshaun Watson was cleared to play, I think that's why us as fans feel like what's going on with him. But I can clearly see when he threw that first pass that he wasn't ready to play. I could see that with the first pass that's a normal routine pass that he normally would have made that he didn't make. He came short. So I was like, something ain't right with him. He might be still hurt. They kind of forced him to come back because the team, we all wanted him back. Like when he coming back, he was cleared to play after the first game. We thought he was injured. He could have played that game. Now it's 2 games, and then he come back, and then he go to the tent because his head hit the turf, and they said that Stefanski held him out because of that hit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he was ready to come back, period. I think they made him come back because of the fans. They listened to the fans too much. Like, if he's not ready, we don't want the same thing that happened to Baker to happen to him, do we? Him playing hurt with his shoulder injury, the other shoulder. It was on Baker's left arm. It's on his throwing arm, right arm. You know what I'm saying? So that's even bigger. But we don't want that same thing to happen again, is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like he injured. They forcing him to come back early. He wasn't ready. That's why we saw what we saw.
It don't bother you that we paying him $230 million and we 2-1 with him and 2-1 without him?
It don't bother me.
That money could have went somewhere else.
It don't bother me because he didn't want to come here. From the jump, he turned us down 3 times.
So basically, you're saying the Browns should have never got him.
That's on them.
No, I'm asking you, should the Browns should have got him?
That's on them. I think he's still a good player. To me, I feel like it's the coach. The coach got to go. We done had 4 quarterbacks, right? We done since Stefanski, we had Baker,
right?
We had Brissett, we had Dorian Robinson, and then we had Deshaun, and now and they all look like the same quarterback. It was 5 of them. Let me see: Deshaun, Dorian Robinson, P.J. Walker, Brissett, and Baker. They all look like the same quarterback. They didn't. Only time Walker looked at it a little different, but they all was the same problem. Like it's like we still in here the same place with Baker.
I gotta disagree with that.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Brissett put up good numbers when he was playing. He wasn't playing bad. He wasn't
winning no games. When they put the ball back in his hand and win, what did he do?
That was on the defense. You can say our defense was bad last year.
They stopped them and put the ball back in his hand and win, and what did he do?
But with
throw an interception under pressure. Every single time they did it, under pressure.
You can't say every single time because
3 times he done it.
Week 1 last year, he drove down the field and won that game.
3 times he done it under pressure and he buckled.
Go back and watch them games.
I don't want to hear that. Like I said, all them quarterbacks. Brissett might have looked different. He might have been the only one that looked Brissett, okay.
And then you can't say Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
They all look the same. They all look the same, man.
I can't say that.
They all look the same. My thing is, this is why I say Stefanski need to go. We done had 3 different quarterbacks that's not the same. They not the same fucking quarterback. Excuse my language, not the same quarterback. Why?
Who you talking about?
Baker not the same.
Baker trash. You know Baker trash.
He not the same. We seen what Deshaun
Watson. Baker Watson is trash.
But Baker's not the same as Deshaun Watson. He not.
We ain't say Deshaun played good football since 2020.
None of them, man.
You can't say that.
We know what Deshaun can do. We seen him.
Is that the same system?
We know what he can do.
Is that the same system?
We know what he can do, man. He had a whole off season to get that system together.
He playing the same way. That's not the same thing.
He playing the same way Baker was playing, dog. The same way. It ain't no difference. They still, only thing is Baker wasn't throwing downfield as much. And that's what they doing too much.
Baker throw that on the field all the time.
That's what
with
they
the Browns.
doing too much. Man, come on, man.
It's not the 1980s. You're not about to run the ball 40 times a game.
Run the ball. That's our identity, man.
Oh, man. See, if you was the head coach, we probably wouldn't win no game.
If Ford is our starting running back, right?
Right.
He our starting running back. Ford had 11 carries before he went out the game with 74 yards. He our starting running back. Hunt was the number 2. He had 10 carries. And then when he got hurt, Strong came and he had 8 carries. Hunt had 31 yards with 2 touchdowns. Ford had a touchdown. But for us to be to win, we saw this last year with Nick Chubbs. Our running back the main one had to have at least 18 to 20 carries. The second one has to have at least, I would say, 12 to 13 carries.
You're not running the ball that much in the NFL. You're not.
We was in the red zone. We did like 9-10 plays in the red zone, man. And the referee kept giving us the ball back.
Now that,
and then,
yes, you should run the ball.
We ran it, he ran it in. The first time he ran it in.
Like I said, I agree with that. That you should run the ball down in the red zone.
And then
but you're not running the ball 20 times a game.
Kevin Stefanski.
30 times, that's outrageous. You're not running the ball. How many possessions? How many times you think you got an offensive possession in the NFL?
Man, we
50% of the time.
Our identity is a run first team, man. We gotta understand.
That's cool. That's a run first team.
When we do better on offense when we going through our running backs.
So you're not about to run the ball with.
They couldn't get it.
You're not about to run that ball
one.
that many times. We don't have Nick Chubb back there. You're not about to run the ball.
Hunt and Ford is doing a great job taking Nick Chubb plays. They doing a wonderful job taking his place. He really ain't missing it. They is though. What you mean? It's more than one game.
So what?
It's 3 games.
What 3 games? What did Ford do versus the 49ers that just stood out?
What's his name? He had a touchdown.
Who?
Chubb, Hunt. Hunt scored
against the 49ers.
Yes.
But how many yards did he have?
He wasn't getting that many touches.
How many yards did he have?
I think Hunt is averaging like 4 to 5 yards a carry, man.
You gotta prove that. You gotta show me that.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
He getting 3.1 yards a carry.
That's what they say on here.
That's cool.
That's good.
That's cool.
That's good. He not Chubbs. Chubbs the only one to get 5 point something yards a carry. I think if Hunt was to take that load, he can handle it, man. I believe in Hunt. I think he can handle it.
Hunt just one of your favorite players.
No,
Hunt is a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he's not no bell cow.
But I think he can handle it.
He don't have the speed. We don't know that because they
never get. Only time he had the opportunity, he had 1,300 yards, rookie of the year. Only time he had the opportunity.
And how long ago was that?
It don't matter.
How long ago was
he
that?
had the opportunity. He had the touches.
Okay, we can say that about Le'Veon Bell. When the time he was playing,
he had like 800 yards. He was getting the touches.
You can say that about Le'Veon Bell when he played.
All I'm saying is
Le'Veon did some.
Le'Veon was
good year, 2 good years.
Le'Veon was good when he sat out that time, man. Then they looked at him as a troublemaker.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say this here.
When you gave somebody a chance, okay, he do good. But that's 5 years ago.
All I'm saying is, let's
can't
stop
keep
talking
going
about,
up for 5 years
Let's
ago.
stop. What you mean, man? They not giving him the opportunity. Not giving him the touches, man. He not getting the touches he was getting.
Why?
He need to.
Why?
Because they had Chubbs and they don't believe in him.
And Chubbs not there no more.
When Ford went down, this is how you know they don't believe in Kareem Hunt. When Ford went down, they put Strong in and started giving him the ball.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, then.
They don't believe in Hunt. That's why. That coach Stefanski, he don't believe in Hunt. Then they start forcing the ball to excuse my language, they start forcing the ball to Amari Cooper. He was locked down. Dude had the clamps on him. The key was threw away. He was locked down, man.
So it was always a good pass to him?
He was locked down.
Was it always a good pass to him?
What you mean? Why would they throw a Hail Mary with 14 minutes left in the fourth quarter?
No Hail Mary.
It was a Hail Mary, man.
That was not no Hail Mary, man.
It was 3 DBs back there.
Well, that's just a bad decision, but that wasn't no Hail Mary.
Man, he threw it. We was like on the 50-yard, maybe we was on the 50-yard line, maybe inside the 40. He threw that motherfucker, he threw it all the way down the field, man.
But, all right, so is Kareem
Kareem
Hunt a top 10 back?
Listen.
Is he a top 10 back?
You can't say that because he's not getting the touches. He don't have the numbers to say that.
So if he's not a top 10 back, how many carries should he get?
I'm not about to debate with you about no Kareem Hunt. That's not the problem. The problem is the coaching. Kevin Stefanski. That's the problem.
He 2-0 with a third string quarterback. You gotta get off his back.
What you mean?
He 2-0 with him.
It's terrible, man.
Obviously it's
bad play call. It ain't working.
Why ain't it working?
The referees gave us that game. The refs gave us that game, man.
Oh, even if you want to say
and then they gave us we almost blew it.
Okay.
And then After we made the touchdown, why would he go for the 2 point? They've been stopping us in the red zone that whole 10, at least.
Why would you not go for 2 points? We won the game by 1.
You don't trust your defense now? There's only 15 seconds left.
It don't. How many games?
You don't trust your defense?
What happened to the Jets game last year? What happened to the Jets game last year with the defense?
That's last year. Okay. This is a whole different defense.
Don't talk about last year when you talk about Kareem Hunt in 2018.
This is a different coordinator, man.
And this is a different Kareem Hunt.
But this is a different defensive coordinator right here.
You can't do that. You cannot swing the goalposts.
What I'm trying to explain, we got a whole different defense. Kareem's still the same player. He ain't changed. Yes, he is.
He haven't showed it. Okay,
listen,
so all right,
we're not about to debate about Kareem Hunt.
No, listen though.
What I'm saying
I got this question for you, right? We kick the ball off, right? And they run this bitch back 20 yards. I mean, excuse my language. They run it back down to the 20-yard line. They kick the field goal. Do we lose?
What you mean? They stopped them. The kickoff team been doing good.
That's not my question. You got to answer my question, man. It's 39-38, right? If we didn't get the 2-point conversion, correct?
No.
Okay, then. So we kick the ball off and he break down the sideline. Let's say he don't score. And they kick that field goal. How much do we lose by?
Listen.
How much do we lose by?
But if they didn't, it didn't happen.
But that's why you go for 2.
It didn't happen, though. But it didn't happen. But it didn't happen.
Please get in the comments if y'all know what I'm trying to tell him.
You know why I didn't happen? I know I hear what you're saying, but that's almost could have. But our defense showed up in the second half. Our defense was stopping them in the second half. They was stopping. They did a good job in the second half of that game. That's why that didn't happen. He ain't had no faith in our defense. That's the only thing we got going that's consistent.
It's not about faith.
He ain't had no faith in them, man.
It's about realistically.
It's 15 seconds left.
It don't matter.
You kick that ball in the air when you kick it off. You put it in the air on purpose. Let him catch the ball. You don't kick it to the end zone and get a touchback. To start on the 20, you kick it in the air.
He don't know sports. He don't know football.
Run the ball.
He don't know football.
Man.
That's all it comes down to.
Make them run the ball to run the timeout because they're gonna do a desperation play.
Okay,
then say they run the ball, we tackle them. I think they had like some timeouts left. They start the clock. They get the ball again. We stop them. That's the game. 15 seconds.
That's what you hoping. That's in the perfect scenario. Man. But all I'm saying is,
field goal, man.
All you know is he get a good return and it's a penalty. Now they in field goal range. That's why you go for 2. Listen, it's not about trusting your defense.
If I'm the coach. There's
the reason why you're not the coach.
We had 10 plays in the red zone. The referee held us. They stopped us because we was throwing the ball. They stopped us. The referee saved us twice. And we ran it in and got the touchdown. Why would I go for the 2-point? If I know they stopping us,
go up 3.
But they've been stopping us, though.
Maybe not to run the ball, but you go up 3. So even if they get a chance and they get down the field, they kick a field goal. If you go for it and you get it,
but you don't trust your defense.
It's not about the defense.
You don't trust the defense.
You keep saying defense. It's not about the defense,
man.
It's about the scenario and the situation that you are in. If they get downfield and kick a field goal, let's say you kick a 60-yard field goal, we lose the game, correct?
They weren't gonna get there though.
It's not about that. I'm talking about what about the kickoff team? What if the kickoff team don't make a tackle?
Get there, man.
Next subject, man.
They wasn't gonna get there. We can't talk about what ifs and could be or it could have happened.
But that's why you do it.
And they stopped them.
That's why you do it. You go for 2 for that reason.
They couldn't do it. They stopped them.
If they get a field goal, they can win the game with 15 seconds. It won like it was no time on the clock, and they went for 2. It's not obviously they trust their defense.
No, they don't.
That's dumb,
kick the field goal, man. I get what he was trying to do, but they stopped us.
Right. If we kick the field goal and we up 38-40 and they get down the field,
but they didn't get down the field though. They had 15 seconds.
Prime example, the Jets game. What happened in the Jets game last year?
I can see if they had 20. I can see if they had 30 seconds. I can see if they had. I mean. Yeah, it was seconds. It was minutes. Was it minutes? It was 15 minutes.
It don't matter.
It was seconds.
It don't matter if it was minutes or seconds. I
can see if they had a couple minutes, 2 minutes or something, or a minute or something, or 50 seconds. I can see him doing that then because they got time to do it. They didn't have time to do it. They had to do desperation plays. All they could do, because they were so far away from the first, we stopped them. All they could do is throw the ball long. That's all they can do.
So if they throw the ball long,
and they damn near pick the defense, damn near pick the ball off. The first play, we almost picked the ball off.
Right. But what if they didn't? What if he caught the ball and got out of bounds?
We can't talk about what ifs, what happened. That's what we talking about, sir.
Yeah, but that's not why you go for 2. That's not why you go for 2.
I know why you went for it. I don't care,
right,
man.
You go for 2 like to go up 3. So if they go up 3, then what happened? They have to win. They have to win the game with a touchdown compared to win the game with a field goal. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
3 targets for 2 receptions. 3 targets. And one he threw in the end zone with 14 minutes, in a game, it was 14 minutes in the fourth quarter that he threw in the end zone. They almost picked it off. He didn't even try to fight for it. It could have been a 50-50 ball. He didn't make no adjustments. He just stood there. All he did was try to hit the dude from behind when he was in the air. He didn't jump up. He could have been a 50-50 ball. He ain't make no adjustments, man.
Long story short, we won.
Long story short,
we
bad
talking
coaching.
about.
We should have that game. We should have blew them out. They shouldn't have been. Our defense alone are holding them because our defense gave us some points, but our offense wasn't doing that. Our running game was. That's what kept us in the game. You know what I'm saying? And Njoku, I feel like he should be more involved, man. We should have short passes because of our we got injuries on our offensive line. We got our line clearly they gave up a hell of sacks. How many sacks did they give up, man?
The offensive line gave up like 2 sacks, man. I don't know what you talking about.
Man, it looked like way more than 2 sacks. It looked like way more than 2 sacks. I promise you they was in that backfield.
Just because they in the backfield don't mean it's a sack.
We had a lot of hurries, man. A lot of hurries.
And how long was PJ Walker holding the ball?
Don't matter. He couldn't want nobody.
Why don't it matter?
Because what's the name wasn't getting open. Because Amari Cooper, the route runner, wasn't getting open. That's why.
That's ridiculous.
They was looking for him. Then the announcer say, "Oh, they want to win this game. They got to get Amari Cooper involved." What do you think they did? Forcing the ball, threw it down the field, trying to get him involved.
He had 3 targets.
He wasn't open.
That's not
he
forcing
wasn't
him the
getting
ball.
Open.
Forcing somebody in the ball.
When they said that, then they threw that. That's why they threw that Hail Mary. That's forcing the ball. That was a Hail Mary. I don't care what you say.
66% of the time throwing
this
way.
They forced the ball, man.
That's not forcing the ball.
Yes, it is. You said it was a bad pass.
So he forced one pass. That's forcing the ball.
That was a bad pass, and he didn't even try to. That one, man. Listen, all right, we gonna.
That's anything.
We got like I said.
If I throw the ball at somebody 3 times, I catch 2 of them.
Whoever calling them plays, it's time for them to go, man. Period. Point blank and period.
If we were 0-6, I can agree with that. But we 4-2. We even
whoever calling them plays.
Half our season with backup quarterbacks, and we still 4-2. What's the problem? What's the problem? We were playing half our season.
We should have beat the Steelers. They got a backup quarterback too.
No, they don't. That's their starting quarterback.
Yeah, he's starting now.
He been starting since last year.
No, not that dude they had.
Who? Kenny Pickett?
Man,
bro, go watch the game. You're not watching no games.
I thought
you turning on sport. You're turning on Sports Center.
He wasn't starting last year. What's the name was? Remember?
He started at the end of the season.
Mason was.
Man, go watch the end of their season. He been starting since last year.
And then what's the name was named the starter. He was supposed to have been the starter, but he got killed. Rest in peace to him.
Man, you gotta watch all the games, man.
I do watch the games, man.
Cutting on Sports Center.
I do watch the games, man. We shouldn't have lost to the Steelers. They don't got nobody. They don't got nothing over there. They don't have nothing over there.
Offense lost that game. We know that.
We don't have nothing over there, man. Bad play calling.
We 4-2.
We shouldn't have lost to the Ravens. They only got Lamar Jackson. They don't even got a receiver.
Coming into this year, at this point in time, I had us 4-2. I didn't have us no better than that.
That's what you had it. But like I said,
we doing what everything I said we was gonna do.
We the most talented team in our division. We've been that way for the past at least 3 to 4 years.
That's your opinion. That ain't facts.
Man, we the most talented.
We don't even have the best quarterback in our division.
Dude. We got the most talent, man, in our division. Like
that's your opinion.
That's why you can put a backup in there and he still give you what a starter give you. That's why you can do that because of the talent we got. And then we ain't even, man, we not. Anyway, I'm just upset. I don't like that win. I'm taking it. A win is a win. But I don't like those kind of wins, man. I feel like that game right there, we played better against San Francisco. They was a harder team. What's
the end result? What was the end result of it?
It don't matter.
What is the end result?
We can't be letting teams like the Colts be in them games with us, man.
Colts was a 500 team that we played. They just now 3-4, but they was a 500 team.
3-3, but they wasn't on our level, man.